Hi, I'm Martha. I'd like to talk a little bit about breath today and invite you to join me for breath practice and opening to some more expansion within your body. So why do we want to work with the breath? We're always breathing, right? Or we wouldn't be here. But our breath and our capacity to breathe is really related to our capacity to live life fully. When the body is restricted or caved in, the breath will be restricted. When the mind is full and scattered and all the energy is moving upward because you're in your head all the time, the breath will likely always be up here and restricted in this upper breathing space. These are our secondary respiratory muscles. What we really want is to have a diaphragmatic breath where when we inhale, the diaphragm descends, and then as we exhale, the diaphragm comes back up. It's this really graceful, beautiful, huge muscle that we have between our torso and the lower space. And it's actually massaging the organs of digestion when you breathe. So a lot of digestive issues can be helped with working with your breath. I've experienced that firsthand, and I have to bring myself back to reminding myself of that often, because my habitual pattern from my childhood and through my life was to be a secondary respiratory muscle breather, breathing up here. And these are our muscles that come on board when we're called into fight or flight. And if you stay in fight or flight in your mind and in your body, it's going to be what you experience in your life. It'll seem like there's no way out. But we can bring it back to the body, bring our breath back into a deeper, fuller breath, and experience more calm, more ease, more grace, really. Grace comes in when you step into ease. But it's a process. So first we just have to meet the breath. So today that's what we'll do. I'll bring you into just a brief breath awareness practice, and then we may move into a little bit of a deepening of the breath so that you can feel that expansion on the inhale and that softening on the exhale. And it's really a beautiful dynamic dance. It's learning to dance with the breath. So find a comfortable seat. You don't have to sit like me on the floor. You can sit in a chair. And once you're there, if you're in the chair and your feet are on the floor, really feel them on the floor. If there's space between the feet and the floor, put something there, a cushion or a couple blocks or just something so that you can feel grounded. And so for those sitting on the floor, maybe you're sitting on a cushion, maybe you're directly on the floor, but find where you can connect with the whole solid foundation of your legs, your feet. What is connecting to the earth? That's one of the first things that's lost when we have that pattern of breathing up into solely the upper space. We completely lose our connection to the earth. So take a moment and just feel into that. What is that? This might be new for you. If it's new and you're not quite feeling it, that's okay. Just baby steps. Notice, where am I contacting the floor, the earth? And from there, notice the spine. It doesn't have to be a rigid spine, but ideally you don't want to be leaning back against anything. So if you're in the chair, you're sitting up more towards the edge of the chair. And feel that your shoulders are nice and soft. And your chin is level, so we have a tendency to kind of have a forward head. So ideally the chin's dropping in a little bit and the shoulders relaxing. And the hands can now come, one hand on the belly and the other hand on the chest. And first just notice what that feels like to place your hands on the body. Notice the touch from the palm of the hands, and our hands actually have little chakras in them, if you've heard of the chakra system in the body. There are little chakras in our hands. These are energy centers. So you're connecting actually 12 energy centers to your body right now with the simple touch of your hands. Feeling how supportive that is to simply have the hands on the body. Then begin to notice your breath as it rises and falls. Notice which hand is rising first. The one on your belly or your chest. Or perhaps they rise and fall simultaneously. In this inquiry, there is no right or wrong answer. We simply want to notice. Ideally, the breath is moving in and out of the nose, the mouth softly closed. The nose filters out more than breathing through the mouth. It's actually what it's designed for. And just by noticing, very often our breath will shift without us doing anything. Perhaps you're experiencing that, and if not, that's okay. And this could be just, this could be uncomfortable too. And know that's okay, and that this is your practice, and you can stop it at any time. The next time that you breathe in, inhale a little bit longer. And exhale completely. Maybe even drawing your navel towards your spine a bit. Inhale a little longer. And exhale to the spine. So inhale, there's an expansion. And exhale, a contraction. So one more round of breath with that expansion. And the contraction. And then move your hands away from your body. And let your breath move however it wants. And notice where you feel the breath. Notice if you feel any sense of vitality that has shifted in the body. Any sense of circulation. And by simply noticing the breath a few times a day even, if you could check in 3 times a day with your breath, Notice where you're breathing, how you're breathing. And if it feels really shallow and restricted in this upper space, you can invite it to come down lower. Invite it to be a little bit longer, a little bit fuller. Consciously exhale. One way to remember to do this is to do it before your meals. So we generally eat 3 times a day if you have a solid routine of your meals. So before each meal, you can just check in, notice. If it needs to expand, allow it to expand. Sometimes just the noticing is enough. There's so much to learn about the breath. It's a lifelong process to really come into that dance of breath, and there's many techniques for engaging with that. But this is just a simple breath awareness, and then adapting to a little longer, a little fuller inhale, and then letting go on your exhale. So enjoy getting to know your breath. Look to your life and how it helps you to navigate a little more skillfully, to be responsive rather than reactive in situations. The more you connect with your breath, the more present you are, the more life unfolds as not necessarily what you want all the time, but it is more easeful, and we want to orient towards that ease in life as best we can, particularly now. I wish you much peace. Namaste.